The purpose of this memorial was to make sure that collectively we never forget these students, because they sat next to us in desks, they walked the hallways with us, they went to school events, they certainly engaged in this community, and they were just such a part of so much of our lives growing up, but they never really got to graduate and be the full person that they could be. So we don't want to forget that. And when we had all the old schools in town, some of these students died when they were in elementary school, and they may have done some memorials at those locations. When those schools closed after the new schools were built, we took the memorials and put them into storage so they didn't get damaged. And we did not want to not have something to memorialize these students. So in thinking about where we could put it and how we could be consistent, we did it here at the Piqua High School because we thought this is where they would have graduated. So we designed a memorial out here at the high school that we could put together so the students would not be forgotten. I think the memorial does a lot of things. We started advertising, we didn't want to forget anybody, so we started to advertise out on social media of the names that we knew that we had. And immediately we started getting a really good response, and people started writing in some stories, and they started calling us and emailing us and telling us about individuals and what had happened to them and what they meant to them. So I think to the schools, certainly to somebody like me, I grew up in the community, I've spent my whole life here, and I remember when some of these events happened, and some of them were my students. So it means a lot to those people, because it means that we aren't forgetting part of an important part of our past. So to the community, I think we can reflect back and think about the kids and the important role that they play in our community, and I think it just brings people together under one important aspect, which is just remembering that they were here and they contributed, and we just don't want to forget them. So when I became the superintendent, we did have a memorial that was just off to the side here by these two trees, and it over the time had overgrown. The plants there were bushes and trees, and there was a crabapple tree, and it had reseeded all around, and many attempts had gone into making sure that it stayed nice. But the other problem was there were parking spaces right in front of it, so often people would park there and you missed seeing it. So I just was standing there one day, we were talking to some people, and we thought we got to do something that could make this look better. So we brought some landscapers in, and Tom Lillicrap came up with a really good concept and an idea, and gave us a rendering of it that we just really liked. And he actually kind of made it fit in this whole area so you could visualize it. So we kind of put it out there to see who would be interested in helping us fund it. And we were very lucky that the Piqua Community Foundation, the Piqua Education Foundation, the class of 2016, and then we were able to put in some money in Piqua City Schools to make this happen. So it was just really, again, trying to make sure we honored them properly. We had taken down some of the old memorials at the old schools, and we wanted to make sure that we didn't forget that there were students that were an important part of our lives. So that's what inspired it, was just making it a nice, clean, really nice, attractive kind of memorial where people can come and visit and be proud of.